Hello everybody, I hope you're all doing well. I'm just going to just film while I alter this box. It's a nice box in itself. I had it gifted a long time ago from one of my lovely friends, and it's nice and sturdy, and it's got a what do we call it? A magnet to close it. And it is a pretty design with all of this, and it's the carte post style French script on it. But because I've got French doors in my craft room, the sun, it was on the floor by the French doors, and it did hold. I had it open like that with all the tags in, you know, large tags that ladies had sent me. I had it on display and it looked lovely, but the sun has faded the colours. And it's a shame because it's a nice box. So I'm going to use it, and I'm going to do just do a quick video on an altered box. So, I'm waffling a bit. I've decided to use the Floral Muse paper, which I did purchase from the range. This is the 12 by 12. It's quite inexpensive by Dovecraft. Beautiful, beautiful papers, nice and neutral colours. I'm going to try and go for a nice neutral look. And I'm going to use lace, so I didn't want to use expensive papers because they are just, the idea of the papers is just to basically cover over the box, because I don't want to paint it. Because it's a slightly shiny surface, it might not stick, so it's easier, what I'm trying to say is, to just line it with paper. So I'm just literally going to cover all of this box with this paper, which has like a postal script on it. So it's in keeping with the original style of the box, and will be in keeping with the inside, which has this script. So then I don't have to do anything to the inside, because there's nothing wrong with the inside, because that didn't get sun damaged. Right, so after that I've also chosen some resin pieces that I've got from the Crafted Insomniac, which I'm going to use on the box, and one of these lovely fabric images that I have made. I have got a tutorial on how to make these. If you just look back a couple of videos, you'll see how to make them, and they're really, really nice for your crafting, nice and soft. It's nice to use different things. So the first step is going to be to measure and line all of these sides here with this paper. So I'm not going to bore you with that bit. I'm going to pause the video, and then I'll restart it when I've done that. Right, so I've covered the box now with the paper line, which is Floral Muse. I've decided I'm not going to use distress inks. I want the white edge of the box to show. I have just distressed slightly the edges with a knife. Now I should really have done that before I stuck the paper down, but I didn't think. So I've just got a cheap little blade here, and just very carefully but randomly at the same time, if you know what I mean, just scrape the edges of the paper just to give it that kind of tattered, shabby look. If you're going to do that, if you're going to use a blade on paper, wait until it's dry, because if you use it while it's wet and you don't think, you'll just rip it and make a mess of it. I'm going to leave the inside as it is, and I'm going to start and decorate it now. I'm not going to distress the bottom. I'll put my glue gun on in case I need that. Now, let me think what I'm going to do. I do want to use one of these frames from the Crafting Insomniac, and this is a really pretty one. It's, I'll just zoom in so you can see, it's been waxed, and she's used like gilding wax here, so it's a very, very pale, I think it's a pink, but it matches perfectly with the dots in this paper. So I'm going to have that there, and it's also got like a pearlescent sheen to it. It's really, really pretty, really pretty. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach what I'm going to use as a picture to it, but I'm not going to glue it to the box yet, because I might want to tuck some things underneath it. I'm not sure, so I'm going to do the frame first, and it'll give you an idea of what to do with these frames. I have a friend whose name will remain anonymous just now, who's constantly asking me to do videos. Show us what to do with the frames. Do this, do that. I'm like, blooming woman, I'm busy. She'll know what I'm on about when she is me. Right, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to pad this frame. I'm going to pad it with this wadding and then use my fabric image, and then I'm going to put felt on the back so that is then completed, and then I'll go back to the box. So I'll just go and do that. So I'm just going to cut, I might double this up so it's a little bit thicker, so it gives it a little bit of dimension through the fabric, and I'm going to attach it all to the back of here with hot glue. So I'll be back in a minute. Right ladies, I've done that part. So what I've done is, am I in shot? No, I need to be right over there. Where do I need to be there? So I've padded this now, so if you can just see, if I can just, no, over there. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can just see the profile there. It's nice and soft, nice to touch. I mean, you could put a stick pin in there if you wanted. So that's done, and what I've done is I have just finished it off with a piece of felt just to make it look tidy. No, you're not going to see it, but what it will also do is it will be easier. You know, it might help, as it were, the glue to stick to the box if you've got some felt. That's my theory anyway, and I'm sticking to it. Let me see if I need to just zoom out a little bit so that I've got a bit more room to work with. So, as I've said, I'm not going to distress the edges. I might go in later and touch up with some acrylic paint, you know, just to make it a bit shabby and a bit, in fact I might do that now. Let me find a paintbrush and some paint. Let's have a look. In fact, I'll just put it, now I've got my glass mat, I can just put my paint straight on my glass mat. There we go, I don't have an awful lot of that left, I need to get some more. And I'm just going to actually dab it on with my fingers, to be honest, because my paintbrushes are right up high, and I may as well just use my fingers. I'm just adding just a little few touches of the white acrylic paint just to the corners. Dab it on and dab it off again. You might think, oh well, you know, what's that doing? It's not making a difference. It is. It does make a difference. You can see it, and it just gives a like a how can I explain? It just gives a bit of a shabby look, a bit of a dreamy look to the edges. Whereas sometimes distress inks can, in my opinion, they can sometimes make an edge look a bit harsh on occasions. So if you want a like a soft dreamy edge, it looks nice with acrylic paint. As I say, I'm just smoothing it on with my fingers and then just kind of rubbing it into the paper and then rubbing it off again. And you know, you end up with some still on the paper, but you've rubbed it off so it looks kind of dreamy, like a dreamy edge. I know what I mean. I'm covered in it now. But yeah, it just softens it, I think, and it looks really pretty if you just add a bit of white paint around edges. So just do that. I'll do it all the way around, but I'll do that in a minute. I've covered in paint now. Never mind. Right, so I've now got I've got this lovely lace here, which actually I was given a good yard of that as a free gift from another seller that I bought some stuff off. So I've cut it up, and I'm just going to put one in each corner. Now, a lot of ladies like to tea dye things. I've never really got into tea dyeing. I like the whiteness on mine. I will try some tea dyeing because I have seen some work that Trisha's done, and you know, she does a lot of tea dyeing. That's a little shabby chic, and it looks really lovely. I have tended to go for and kept the white and keep it looking crisp and fresh, rather than you know, vintagey. But I do think it's a nice look, the tea staining. So I'm going to have a go and see what happens. But for now, I'm using white. I'm just going to put these on the box, one facing away from each corner. And yes, it will cover some of the paper up, but the paper will still be seen through. I'm not going to totally layer the box with lace. I'm just putting tiny amounts on. So, one piece to each corner. Don't matter if it gets paint on it, I'm not worried. Glue strands. Glue drives me berserk. Well, no, it don't. I'm only kidding. It don't drive me berserk at all. It's annoying, isn't it? But everybody's more or less the same, unless they're... I do keep being told, if I'm honest, which kind of glue sticks to get. And I am going to get some, but I'm waiting till my massive hoard of rubbish glue sticks runs out first. And then I will go get some. I have been told that the Bostik ones do not go stringy and do not melt away. And I've been told that by more than one lady, so it must be true. I'm just adding a bit of glue to the back of these little plaques, which are really, really pretty. And add that to the corner, like so. I'll turn it back round. So this is the front here. So now, it's a little bit skew with that one, but I'm not going to worry about it. Not going to worry. And now I'm going to attach my frame. So I want it central. Now I'm going to have to glue it and then hold it down because it's puffy because of the wadding that I've used. So another advantage of getting yourself some felt on the back is that the glue won't dry as quick. When it's on resin, it can you know, you don't have a massive messing about time before it dries, same as with metal embellishments, you know, it's just the same. So adding a bit of felt just gives me that little bit more leeway. That's about central, is it? More or less. And I'm going to push it down as firm as I can. Just wait while that dries. And if it raises too much off of the box because of the padding, I'll just go back in with some more hot glue and I'll go inside the box and push it with my hand to try and get it flatter. That's actually not so bad. That's actually done quite well. It's not too raised. Oh yeah, that's alright. I'm happy with that. Brilliant. Maybe just a little bit. Might just go in there with a little bit more glue and try and press it down a little bit more there. Just hold that while it dries. Yeah, I'm happy with that, to be honest. So there we go, we've started off, and now I need to decide what else I'm going to use. I did have, here we are, this beautiful acrylic flourish. This again is from the Crafting Insomniac, and I think I'm going to add it to the front there. I think it's really pretty, but I'm just wondering whether to put a small lace across or leave it as it is. Let's have a look. Let me get my lace card in, have a look what I've got. That's really pretty, isn't it? I never plan these things, you see, so that looks nice, doesn't it? Quite like that. I think I'll have some of that on. What else have I got? And yeah, that's pretty as well. No, because that's a blue white, it doesn't go. It doesn't go, it doesn't go. Right, so we'll have this one, I won't mess about. So I'm not going to need any more than 2, I don't think, if I just show you. I'm going to go across there with this lovely lace here, which I've had in my stash quite a long time. I've hoarded it. So I'm going to glue those on there. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to snip these. I need some smaller scissors. Snip this lace here. I need to get this lace back in. I haven't had any of this in for ages, and it's not going to last forever, so I need to get myself some more. I'll save these little bits because they could tuck in somewhere. Don't know where. If I don't use them on this project, I will bin them. There's no point being tight, is there? Completely tight anyway. So I'm going to just add that, I think, onto there. Yep. So, which way around is it? Because there is a right way and a wrong way on some of the guppy laces. Not on all, but on some of them there is. Because some of them are kind of like got a shine to them on one side. There we go. And then I'll just glue the bottom. Glue that bit. Full of glue strands, absolutely loads of them, but I'll oops, go over the box with a heat gun when I've done. Just make sure that's kind of in the centre. Yeah, it's not far off. Oh, just touched my paper with a bit of glue there, don't matter, I'll just pick it off. There we go. But I don't want anything going over the creases of the box because that can affect how it opens, because it's a pre-made box. I don't want to start messing about with the dynamics of it, as it were. So, shall I put that on there, or is that going to be a bit much? I don't think I'm going to put that on there actually. I think I'm going to save that for another project because I think that would perhaps be going a little bit far. No, I think it needs something like, let's see what I've got. That's quite pretty. Oh, I like that. This is a little brooch that I got. It's got a little pearl there. So I could actually pin it on, but I'm not going to. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue it on. No, I'm going to need to just snip off those parts there, otherwise it's not going to sit right. So I'll just take these parts off. Just be careful when you're cutting things off of jewellery, because it does tend to ping. Now that's just come off. You know, it can ping, so watch your eyes. Some glue in there. I'm going to just attach that in the centre. Just lift that pearl up. Right in the centre. Like so. It's lifting up a bit. No, that's not in the right place. I'll do it again. That's not on right, that. I'll have to sort that out. Centre. If it's not in the centre, it'll bug me. In fact, I'm surprised I haven't got my ruler out measuring where exactly the centre is. I am doing it by eye. But we don't want to be doing this video forever. Right, so there we go. That looks really pretty. Just with a lace and a little embellishment there. It doesn't have to be over TT. That looks really nice. I do want to have a nice lace on the back there and maybe follow through there. We'll see. Right, I'll go and see what I've got. I'll come back in a minute. Okay, so I have to keep stopping and starting because it's school holidays and I have to see to lecturing in between. Right, so I have added this lace here and this bow. Okay, you saw that. So what I've decided is to carry on with that lace. I do want to be able to see a lot of the box underneath. So I have just added the same lace there and there and there. So it's all the way around now. I've cut it in pieces rather than go all the way around the box because it's got a slight lip, has the box here. So you work round it. And then I'm going to, I was undecided whether to have a fabric trim or pearls. Now, I'm still a little bit undecided, to be honest, because this lace here is a little bit on the white side. I think of pearls. Oh, mind you, I like this as well. This is a really nice trim. That would look really pretty, wouldn't it? Might have that. Super gorgeous. That's a gorgeous lace. It's just a little bit prettier than pearls. I'm having that. I am. It's an offcut on my desk, end of roll, so I'm going to use it. So I am going to just trim off the edge there so it looks nice. And then I'm going to, yeah, I think I should be able to evenly, I'm just going to check that I can evenly go around the corner there without it being like half a flower, because it can look awkward. So I'm just going to check that it'll go around the corner nicely and evenly. And it will. It will. So I'm just going to gently tack it first. Very, very carefully. I don't want to just do a big long thick line of glue and just bung it on. You know, these are pretty delicate laces, so I'm very delicately putting tiny spots of glue in the centre of these little flowers. It will be enough to hold it on, and you don't need to blather your projects in glue. You know, it's not elegant, is it? Very, very tiny amounts. You know, the more time you take over something, the better the results will be. I know some ladies can bang a project out in, you know, I've seen people do them in like 10 minutes. I can't work like that personally. I have to think about things a bit. Which is why when I'm decorating something like this, my videos will start and stop, because I have to have a bit of a think. And you don't want to sit there for half an hour while I decide which lace I'm putting on a box. It's a bit boring. So very, very carefully tack. Yeah, I think I'm not going to go with really bling, and I'm going to go with really soft and really muted. I'm not going to overdo it. I am going to add a few flowers, I think, to the front, but not a lot. I want it to be just soft and pretty, with nice soft colours. Not that rainbow colours aren't nice. Noodle Doodle loves rainbow colours. Just not on this particular project. I'll have to make her a multicoloured rainbow box. That's what I'll have to do. Right, stick that on there. Push it down. And then just knit back. And anywhere where it's a little bit looser than you'd like, just go in and add a little bit more glue. Tiny blobs, tiny amounts. That's all you need to tack it down with. I can always go back and re-tack that at a later stage so that this video isn't 5 hours long. And I will also go over the whole project with my heat gun, which will shrink any glue strands that are hanging off, so then they won't be visible. I'm just wondering whether to run some pearls around the bottom of that flower. I'll just finish it off maybe. Yeah, I think I will. Yeah. I think I will. The glue stick's falling out. Where's it gone? How annoying are you? Has it gone? Am I blind? Where is that glue stick gone? Oh, it's on the floor. What the heck? Right, stop your glue stick falling out, glue the end, stick it in. Now fall out, you slippery little sucker. Right, so I'm just going to very carefully try and get these pearls on as straight as I can without too much glue goo. I hate glue goo. I'm going to attach that as close to the lip of this box as I can. And it just gives a nice neat finish. Well, that's the idea anyway. Are those on? Yeah. Can I get round the corner? Yes, I can. Thin, 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 thin line of glue. Pull them round the corner. Push it into the glue with your fingers. I'm even in shock. Miles away then or what? No idea if I were in shot. Think of what. I hope these pearls fit. Oh yeah. I was just going to say then I just cut a random piece of pearl and I had no idea if it was the right way. Right. In shot. Thin line of glue. Sometimes these process videos can be a little bit long, so I do apologise. You can fast forward it to the end and just see the finished thing. I won't be offended, because I do it myself sometimes. But then other times I like watching long videos. My friend Karen sometimes does long videos, and I love it because I'll save them up for when I'm sat working or I've got my ironing to do. That paper's just a bit loose. I'm just going to, you know, and I'll put them on and I'll listen to her, you know, in background, and it's... you know, it's good because it's like subliminal messages. The information does seep into your brain. So that's the pearls all the way around the edges now, and that just neatens that edge off and finishes that lace off nicely. And I think that looks really pretty. So it's all pearls and lace, isn't it? So it's nice. I just really want to put some flowers here. Now I've told myself I've got this little cup here with like remnants of flowers in, and I've told myself that I am not allowed to use any other flowers until these are done, so I've got to use what's in this pot, so I'll have to make do and mend. So let's have a look what I've got. I've got a few random wild orchids, I've got those, a couple of cherry blossoms. See, the good thing with your flowers is if they're not quite the right colour, just dab over them with a bit of acrylic paint and change the colour, it'll be fine. Right, so I think I'm always a bit wary with the flower arrangements. Right, I'll use up these foam roses, I think. I'm not sure, we'll have to see. Yeah, the colours aren't too bright. I didn't want to overpower the cream look that I'm going for with a load of pink, because there's pink enough in the dress. So I'm just going to start at one corner and work my way just kind of up there a bit. I don't know, I'm not very good with flowers. I will say I feel like it's a real weakness in my crafting, but hey ho, it's only crafting. Hey ho. Don't matter, does it? Put on that. But I can't go in the flower box and use any more flowers. I really want to buy some more flowers. I've seen some beautiful ones in Wild Orchid Crafts because I've been watching Shilpa. And they're just beautiful. I love them. But I've told myself I can't have any until I've used ones I've got. Because it can get a bit... I think I've got 2 boxes of flowers that really need to be used. Like I say, I don't want loads on, just a little tiny spray. Just to add a bit of colour because it's very muted. actually think that's all I'm putting on, actually. Hold on a minute, I might just tuck some of these little... shall I, shan't I? Yeah, I will just tuck some of these little mini blossoms. I love these. Can't remember what they're like, little forget-me-not types, aren't they? They're lovely. These are from Wild Orchid Crafts. I bought them ages ago and they've lasted me forever. So I will be buying some more. I do like them. Took one in there. I'm not always right careful with the storage of my flowers and they can sometimes get squashed. But if you just puff them back out again, they're fine. Don't do them any harm. It's only paper. Put that one in there. Like so. I think shall I leave it at that? Or do I want one here? See, if I start putting one here, I'll have to put one here because I'm a very symmetrical person. Terrible. Can't have some at one side and not at other. Oh, go on, I'll use these. Might as well use them up, haven't I? And then that's it. And I mean it this time. I'm not putting any more on. And these are cherry blossoms. These are ever so pretty as well. I love cherry blossoms. I love them. Yeah, that looks pretty. Pretty. I bet I have to add another one. I won't be able to stop. Hold on. I bet this video is going to be about 30 minutes long now. I hope not. I hope not. You can always fast forward it. Stick that one in there like so. Am I done? I think I'm done there. Yeah, I am. I'm happy with that. That's nice and symmetrical. I'm a nutter. Do I want that dangling off the edge? No, I don't. No, I don't. I think I'm done. I'm just going to, because I can't help myself, put some glitter. A little bit of glitter in my flowers. Just a tiny bit. Just to give them a bit of a kick. Bit of a lift. You can never go wrong with a little bit of glitter. Doesn't matter what your project is. There we go. A little bit of glitter. I think I might just add some. I ain't got one of them fancy pens. Karen showed us like a fancy pen that you can use that adds glitter to things. I can't remember what brand of them. I'm too tight to buy them. I am too mean to buy them. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glitter to this flower in her hair and in the headband here. Just with glitter glue. When it dries, it will be very, very subtle. It will just, you'll only be able to see it when the light catches it. Okay. And I'm happy with that, I'm done. Can we zoom in a little bit or will that spoil it? Let's have a look, so there we go. We've got a pretty altered box using the Floral Muse and using one of the frames from the Crafting in Sonia, which I've padded and used a fabric image on. And I think that's really pretty, and I think you could definitely say that that's quite shabby. Quite a shabby style, and it's cream, laces and pearls. And I'm really happy with that. So I just need to think of somebody to give it to. And all the doofers still work, all the edges. Haven't overdone it. And all of the joints still work. And the inside, so as I showed you earlier, it's lovely and clean anyway. So I'm happy with that. So I hope that gives you some ideas of how to use up some of your laces. How to perhaps use the resin frames. And how to revamp a tired box. Thanks for watching. Sorry if it was a bit long. Bye for now.